Welcome to Chuck's Guitar Geekery, once again to come to you from my car on location, sitting in the parking garage at work on my lunch break. Only time I can find to do videos right now. By the time I get home and the kids get to bed, I just pretty much conk out myself. So what am I doing this week? I'm giving away some free Tonex and am2data captures. Also giving away a back and jam track. So linked below. It'll be through my Patreon, but I'll have it set to free so you can download these files yourself. But there's going to be 5 captures, kind of ranging from clean, some fuzz, some low gain, some higher gain, and all out higher gain fuzz. So I will get into that. Like and subscribe. To do it today, I'm using am2data Black Box for the am2data. It's just so convenient. It's battery powered and it works with the workflow of what I'm doing here, recording everything into my phone. So the backing jam track is in drop D. I kind of went for like a maybe early aughts hard rock type of vibe. It's in 6/8 time signature, kind of D minor, a little heavy, not too heavy. It's some fun. Some dynamics in there too. I'm going to get into the 5 captures. Like and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Ring the notification bell. Every YouTuber has to say that. It's required by law, I believe, in some countries. But yeah, let's get into it. The first sound you're going to get here is the clean channel of my PRS MT15. So it's a 15 watt, 6L6 powered clean. I captured it a long time ago, actually, but I have it so the amp's cooking a little bit. So with a humbucker, it's going to push the amp into gain. And it's got some nice compression to it. And the guitar, my ugly Travelcaster Deluxe that I modified here. I may modify it further, we'll see, but it's small enough that I can sit in my front seat and play it on my lunch break through headphones, and it works. So let's listen to the capture 1. Okay, so like I said, with a humbucker, it will kind of get a little bit of hair on the edge of that clean. It's not pristinely clean with a humbucker. Single coils, yes. But this next capture now is my Epiphone Valve Jr. head that's been heavily modified. Now this is a good crunch, low gain. It's a sound that I think would work well with, if you want to use it with an overdrive pedal. So this is just a direct capture of the head. And by the way, all the impulse responses are the free Tone Junkies impulse response of a Scumbag. I'll have that linked below too. You can get this impulse response. I'm not going to give away their impulse response. And if you download any of these through for the Tonex, what I did for those presets was I actually have those set to a greenback with a VIR to where I think they sound good, but I'm not giving away someone else's IR. So if you want this exact sound, go to the link below to the Tone Junkies to get this same IR for free also. But yeah, let's listen to the Epiphone Valve Jr. Okay, so now this third capture is going to get into some fuzz, and this is actually it's the Movale Galactic Groove fuzz, and I think it's supposed to be kind of like a tone bendery fuzz is the vibe they're going for, but it's still very much a usable tone even for someone that doesn't like fuzz. It's not unruly. And I believe, if I remember correctly, this capture, it's the pedal going into the Epiphone valve junior head. And I captured that direct capture, both Tonex and AM2. Pair it with this impulse response, and you have the exact same tone. So let's listen to this. Okay, so now this fourth capture I'm going to give to you for free. This is a combination, so with doing these captures, and if you subscribe to my Patreon, $3 a month, you get at least one capture a week, because most of the time I'm doing a guitar pedal of some sort. So it'll be a capture of that pedal into an amp. Then you pair it with whatever impulse response you want. So for this one, I went for a unique tone that is a favorite tone of mine. It's a Boss DS1. It's going into the front end of the PRS MT15 on the clean channel, but I kind of EQ'd it in a way to make the DS1 sound its best. But also in the effects loop of the amp when I captured this is a Dunlop EP101 pedal. And what that is like the preamp out of a Echoplex, which some guitar players have used. Supposedly Eddie Van Halen, that was part of his tone, was having the Echoplex, even when the Echo was off, going into the amp. And it adds a certain coloration and compression to it, and really kind of like tames the harshness, especially of a DS1. And yeah, combination of all that, I think sounds pretty good. And this is a good, you can, with the black box and Tonex, you can add a compressor to the front of the signal if you want more gain out of this. I found that's the best way to do it, and it's a little more, it feels better response wise. But anyways, this is a good straight rockin' tone. Let's listen to this one. And this last capture is of the Fuzzrocious Cattail pedal I did a video of a while ago, going into the PRS MT15 on the clean channel. And this is the LED clipping option. And I captured it low gain. It's still pretty gnarly sounding and high gain as far as what I consider to be high gain, but I had the gain down. So this is very much a rat style pedal. That's what they're going for. And I just love the sound of a rat, but it kind of blurs that line between distortion and fuzz a little bit. So it's a little loose around the edges feeling, but it sounds big. So let's listen to this one. It sounds like. There you have it. 5 free captures, both Tonex and am2data, to work on Envave products or any of these products. So my Patreon there, for $3 a month, once a week, you get at least 1 capture. Sometimes I do multiple captures, especially if it's like a dirt pedal that's multiple options. I will try to at least get 1 good sound out of each of those options, run a capture of that through an amp. That's a rig. Pair it with the IR you like. $3 a month for at least 4 free captures. For $2 a month, once a week, you get the backing jam track. It's a .wav file. You download it. You own it. It's yours. I don't have it copyrighted. I'm not trying to publish it as original material or anything like that. It's just I have fun coming up with simple little chord progressions and then soloing over it at the beginning of these videos. And if I'm making the files, why not try to provide it to you all? So that's $2 a month. You'll get 4 backing jam tracks. I'm trying to hit a variety of styles. I think a lot of what I do stays in the rock realm. I've done a few heavier ones in the past. I'm not a metal player. Maybe I'll try to foray into that a little more if that's the kind you like. And I haven't done a straight up blues backing jam track either. maybe I'll try a few of those. But I have some interesting ones for future videos coming up. When I made some Back in Jam tracks, I was definitely listening to some Streetlight Manifesto, so I got some ska punk coming your way. Why not? Might do some pop punk Back in Jam tracks. Yeah. Anyways, all this linked below. What you heard today, those 5 captures and the Back in Jam track are free. Down below, consider joining my Patreon if you like the captures and you want the Back in Jam tracks and you want to help support a small channel, so I can kick the channel up a notch and not have to sit in my car on my lunch break to make videos. But yeah, guess that's all I have to say for this week. Until next time, see y'all later.